Hi, I'm Natalia Nicholson, founder of Women in Digital Business, where we empower underrepresented women to thrive in the digital world. Welcome to the Women in Digital Business tutorials. My name is Natalia Nicholson and I'm the founder of Women in Digital Business. And welcome. Today, what I really want to be looking at is the top strategies of really being able to cultivate a loyal community, a loyal audience. I've spoken about it a lot. There's a big difference between an audience and a community. A community is a group of people that really believe in you. You have a common cause and it's your tribe. It's your go-to. It's where you feel comfortable, where you can unmask. So once trust is built, it means that you are an influencer within your own right. And I know we run away from the whole influencer thing. I'm not an influencer, because we associate it with beauty and self-image, but you're an influencer whatever which discipline that you belong to, whatever your expertise is. There's only 3 types of traffic that you can actually have. The first type of traffic you can get traffic all day long. You're never going to have a traffic problem because guess what? You can get paid traffic. Okay, as well as paid traffic, it might be that you have borrowed traffic. Borrowed traffic is where you will go into other communities, you become an authority, and people learn about you as a leader, and you would bring people from other communities, third-party communities, into your own. So that's borrowed traffic. Now, the third type of traffic, which is the best type of traffic, is owned traffic. Owned traffic is meaning when you put all your efforts into getting your audience attention and you are able to get them to opt in, get their details. You now own that traffic because you own a lead. You've got an email address, you've got a cell phone number or a mobile number if you're here in the UK. You're on Messenger, you're in terms of whether that's Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. Whether it's Slack, whether it's Telegram, you can communicate with people and you have their details. That's owned traffic. And what we want to do is we want to create owned traffic. So in terms of building a community, the work that you have to put into, in terms of getting traffic, being able to actually get a lead, you really, really, really want to make sure that you're going to convert. And conversion in your community is making sure you are bringing people together, they are engaging, there's a common interest, and you've got an engaging community. And you all align in a central belief system. And that actually is what your business does. And that's how you captivate a really thriving community. So in terms of strategy, once we've remembered, where is my traffic coming from? Whatever source of traffic that you got, whether it's the paid for, it's borrowed, or whether it's owned, you need to make sure at all times you are nurturing. You're nurturing from awareness into making sure you've got details. Once you've got a lead and you're really putting content out, you're making sure you're nurturing. That nurturing happens through content. But you've got to be able to have conversations with your prospects from them not knowing you and being complete cold traffic to really being able to nurture till someone trusts you enough to buy. So your content strategy should be built around strategies of how to build trust, strategies of how to engage and talk. Think about the human relationship. Think about when you meet someone. You could be on a train station, you might lock eyes, you might keep seeing someone all the time, you're in Starbucks, that's seeing someone once, twice, 3 times, it's like it's coincidence. That's no different to direct marketing, where they say if you keep sending the same message, eventually people will buy. It's the same thing. And think about how a relationship between 2 humans will come together. We've got a personal space and we don't like people invading our personal space unless we trust them. So when we first meet someone and we're building a relationship, we break down barriers to get to a point of where we can cross over into that personal space. That's what you want to do with your audience. That's how you're going to create a community. You're going to build deep and meaningful relationships, but you're going to build trust. It's not a one-night stand. It's not just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's a selection of messages exchanged between 2 people, then maybe phone calls, then seeing one another face to face, and then continuing that dating, and then, moving in, maybe getting married, maybe having some children. The relationship continues. And that's how I want you to start thinking about your audience. That's how you're going to turn your audience into the community. But the thing is, in this day and age where there's so many things that feel familiar to consumers, where they feel like they're being sold to, when you're offering a webinar or an ebook and you're trying to collect those leads, often it can be very, very, whatever the word for not authentic is. because you think, the end user feels like, I've seen this before, going to sign up for that webinar, they're going to sell to me. And now what's happened is your content is now taking your audience in the wrong direction. They're now weary of you. They're now thinking about it. And with so much other information coming in at them, and if they've got a problem, they're researching, doing things anyway, what do you think happens? They lose interest and move on. And all the work that you've done just to get them to that point of even being aware has, poof, it's just gone. So it's really important that you're authentic. You've got to be able to solve a problem that your audience has got authentically. So that's where you've really got to think to yourself, okay, how do I do that? And the best way to do that is to keep communication going. It's got to be more than awareness. It's got to be more than engagement. It's got to be more than, someone considering whether to buy from you. You really, really need to give them a reason. I know you've heard all this stuff before, but what people don't really explain, and definitely this is something for me, there was an issue that I just couldn't wrap my head around. No one really explained that, okay, the content that you're going to have to create, you're going to have to really get to know someone. You're going to have to push back into traditional communications. Because we're in this digital age, there's this feeling that you just through the tools and the automations and software and written language that we can really make those connections to invade that personal space. Guess what? You've got to bring back traditional communication, but when you use it with the power of technology, that is when the magic really starts to happen. So what you want to be doing is making sure that you are engaging directly with them and you're building that relationship. And how do you do that on social media where they've got so many other noise on that channel? You might communicate with them on that channel, but they're listening and watching and got a whole load of other content that's competing with yours. So what you want to do from the very beginning is really be able to bring your prospect, bring your audience somewhere where you can have those intimate conversations that build trust, just like two people connecting and getting to know each other. That's the same thing you want to do with your audience. And that's where software comes in. Being able to bring your prospect to somewhere where you can have conversations with them and other like-minded people that's in your tribe. That's what's going to get them to continue around your user journey, and that's what's going to get you to grow and scale your business. And this is where a software like Kajabi is absolutely excellent, because what Kajabi can do is you can build out a community and you can build out a funnel, a website, sales pages, an email series that's pushing them to that one place where you can have those one-to-one moments. You can have those connections. So in terms of strategy, you really want to focus on number one, okay? What are your traffic sources going to be? Like really measuring the effort or the money that you've got to spend to get those leads in. Really figuring out, how am I going to nurture? What is the content? What is the offer that I'm going to give to make sure that I keep that engagement going and I can get a lead? Yeah, where can I nurture and have all these one-to-one conversations at these different stages? And that's where Kajabi is going to come in. Building out a community in Kajabi means you've got somewhere to push all of your traffic and nurture them to a place where you can start to have those conversations one-to-one as a group and really be able to just have the focus on the problem that you can solve for your prospects. So if you would like more information, whether it's about Kajabi, whether it's about really learning how to put a strategy together and a funnel to be able to grow your community and have that legacy brand that you've always wanted, make sure you click the link below, and most importantly, that link below is going to take you to our community. At the very minimum, you're going to have a lot of free resources, masterclasses, meet other like-minded women, get more tutorials, and really learn how you can work with us to be able to grow strategically through building out a digital sales funnel that gets you that community that is going to grow, get to know, like, and trust from you and buy you again and again and again. So I shall see you soon.